Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Valentine Nyawera, and this is Meru Fire Up. Oh. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and if you're coming back, thank you so much for your love. Like and share this video to support us and support me. Let me get some lights. So today I'm going to talk about motherhood and being a parent in general. So today I am 1 year old as a mom, and my baby is 1 year old, turned 1 year old yesterday. And I'm so grateful to God and to my family for all the support. I think as a mom, as a young mom, especially if you have your first child, it's so important to have your family and to have those people who you care about and those people who care about you to help you out in doing some things, because as a mom you don't even know what you're doing, and having someone around is so good. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is when your first contraction comes. So for me, when my first contraction hit, I was so anxious. I was with my husband that morning, and we got so anxious because it was our first child. So we rushed to hospital. A sister of my husband, my sister-in-law, took us to hospital, and we spent almost 2 to 3 days waiting and having labor pains for 2 to 3 days waiting. So my tip on this is, when your first contraction comes, don't rush to go to hospital unless there is an emergency or you feel like something is not right. The thing is, as a mom, you know when something is okay and when it's not. And when we first got our first contraction, I just started packing. I started packing everything that I needed. I packed even slippers. I packed a towel, things that you don't even need in the hospital, because at the hospital they give you slippers, they give you soap. I packed soap. They give you a toothbrush. I packed toothbrush. So I think being anxious should not be in your head, and you should pack some things before the due day. I didn't know that you're given those things in the house. Of course, I knew some at the back of my head. I knew because I have visited people in the hospital, but that day I didn't know. That day I didn't know, by the way. So first thing, don't rush to go to the hospital, because I think most labor pains go from 12, 24 hours, others go for 32 hours. It depends on your body, by the way. It depends on your body, it depends on so many things. So for me, I think I should have stayed at home for at least 10 hours before I should have gone to the hospital by then. So first tip, don't rush to go to the hospital after your first contraction. Second thing, pack the baby stuff, like a diaper. You need diaper, you need baby clothes, at least 2 pairs, 3 pairs of clothes, depending on if you have a C-section, they keep you in the hospital for 2 to 3 days. So pack 3 or 4 pairs of clothes, because a small child tends to puke on themselves, or you have to change their clothes every now and then. The hospital I was at, they were giving you diapers, so I didn't have to carry diapers too. Just pack a few things, and don't pack things for yourself. Because I packed a toothbrush, I was given a toothbrush, and I packed slippers. I don't need all those things. Second thing, when I got home, I think that hospital was so nice. There was good food. There was you were even given tips on how to exercise. You have to walk a bit in the hospital so that your feet don't swell. especially if you're doing a C-section. And let me say this, we all want to go through the natural birth and etc., but not all of us are lucky enough to go through that. And it's okay if you go through the C-section, because the most important thing is having a healthy child and bringing a healthy child into the world. That is the most important thing. Your wound will heal. It doesn't have to keep nagging you that you'll have a scar. No, you won't have a scar. It disappears as time goes by. So the most important thing is having a healthy child. Mambo ya, I want natural birth, until you force your doctor to. No, listen to your doctor, by the way. Just listen and be calm. Just know that everyone at the hospital cares about you. Everyone who is with you cares about you and want you to go through that birth the way that the child will come out healthy. That is the most important thing. Secondly, now when I'm coming back home, let me tell you, when you when you're at the hospital, your mind is not, you're not really or how can I say, it hasn't hit you yet that you're a mom. But when you get home, there are no nurses, no doctors to help you. That is when now you realize that you're a mom. That is when now you know, now I am doing this by myself. Because as much as we have our partners, as much as we have our husbands and our parents, excuse me, as much as you have all these people, there's some things that you'll have to do for yourself, like cleaning your child. I know of a friend of mine who, her mom cleaned her child until she was ready. But for us who are not lucky enough to have those people, our parents, because that time there was the lockdown for COVID. I know my mom would be there for me from the beginning, but it wasn't possible because of the lockdown. And she felt so bad that she couldn't be there with me. But I thank God, because I'm from my mom, so I'm strong like her. So, like washing my child, I had to do it by myself. And I learned that from seeing the nurses at the hospital clean her. So, in the hospital, every morning they used to clean the babies. They used to take them and go clean them. So, I would follow the nurse to go see how they are cleaning my child. So that's how I learned how to do it. But seeing it and doing it are two different things. So when you get home, actually cleaning her now, that is where you get to really experience holding that small life in your hands. But as time goes by, you even get a hang of it, and now you are ready to clean her without being afraid that you'll hurt her, or I don't know. But as you go on, I think experience is the best teacher, as people say it. That's the next tip, actually. Have people come help you. Don't be too stingy with your child. Even though there's COVID, there's those people you trust, maybe your family members or your friends. Have them come help you. Something else I learned is that during that time, the first 1 to 3 months, there are questions you will have, especially when it comes to the kitovu. Kitovu, how do you call it in English? Please comment down below. Tell me how you call kitovu in English. So that one is really stressing for a first-time mother. Having to heal the kitovu is so stressing, because it's like a smoker wound, and it's on a very fragile child, so you have to take really good care of it. But other than that, the tip on that is surgical spirits. That's it. Nothing else can do better than that. Surgical spirit is the deal, by the way. Just drop on it, on the kitovu, kidogo tu hivi, on the next day, and the next day it just comes out itself. Don't pull it, don't try to remove it. No, don't try to do all those things. It will come off itself. That's another tip. Surgical spirit is the best. And for those people who pierce their children's ears when they are so young, surgical spirit is also the best. Just drop a little drop on the ears. That's it. The wound will just be itself. It will heal, and you'll just move on with life. 1 year of being a mom has been a great experience, I can say that. And I also think my patience is now on another level, because I have never been patient in my life. I think before I became a mom, patience was not among my best values, but now you just have to be patient with your child. Don't rush them. Even when they want to like stand up and walk a little bit, don't force them into walking, because sometimes you force the child and they even get more afraid to walk or to crawl. Let them do it by themselves. So I think that's it for me today. I don't think there's anything else. All I can do right now is shout out all my friends, Jerry and Jackie. Thank you so much for helping me through that period. And my husband, hi baby, I love you. Those are the 3 people who are really there for me. And my mom always calling me, asking me how I am, feeling so bad that she's not there. I love you so much, mom. I think as you get older, as you get to get children, that minute you get your first child, that's when you get to know your best friends. That's when you get to know the people that you should keep close in your heart. And those fake friends just fall off. You don't even need to do anything about it. It just fall off. Tess, wherever you are, my baby. She got a child before me, and she was really inspiring, because I got even to call her, ask her, by the way, this has happened, is it okay? This has happened. And she's like, just relax, those things just pass. Like rashes, heat rash, those things can make you go crazy, but it's just a phase that they go through, because their skin is so fragile. Heat, just small heat makes them have heat rash. Other than that, it's just a thing that they will pass through, and it's okay. So guys, I hope you like this video. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to leave a comment, like and share this video. It's all to support us as content creators, and I love you all. Bye. See you in the next one.